I'm now speaking with Angie Davis, candidate for City Clerk of the City of Fort Wayne. Angie, welcome here to the show here. What I want to do here is start from what I read about you. You have an extensive, long background of political activists in your family, I guess starting with your mom.
That's right, Eric. Thanks for inviting me today. Yeah, I basically got started when I was a teenager. My mother was a poll book holder and a precinct person, and I would go with her to the polls and I would go door to door with her to get people to register to vote. And I just thought that was so interesting to
How far
meet.
back was that? How old were you at that time? How young of a kid?
I'm gonna say probably about 13, 14 years old is when I first got my first taste of it. And then I started being a poll book holder at the polls. I enjoyed that. And then I applied for a job at the city, a summer program job through C.E.T.A at the time.
In high school?
In high school, I was a junior in high school, and that's when I got started in the City Clerk's office. And when it was time to go back to school, they said, would you like to continue working full-time? So we got out of school at noon and then went into work from 1 to 8 every day. Did that for 2 years, and then after I graduated is when I still enjoyed working there, and they said, do you want a full-time position? And so I've been in the clerk's office full-time since '74.
So, I mean, but usually, a lot of times when you've done something so long, you want to do something else. What is it about this job that really holds your attention and keeps you enthused about it? Because I've never seen you down.
Well, I'm presently the deputy clerk, city clerk right now, but I've held previous positions in the office. I've worked in the violations bureau. I was the bookkeeper. It's a very interesting job. It's a challenge dealing with the public, and we work very closely with the administration. I just enjoy it. It's a variety of things. It's not the same 8 to 5 boring job, I guess, as some people might say they have. It's just it's a challenge, and I enjoy that. I just really enjoy that.
But you're around with city council, all those different personalities there, but yet you'll be working with all of them.
Right. In my tenure with the clerk's office, I have worked with 6 different administrations. We work very closely with the administration and all the council members, and I get along well with all of them. I think that's, what do I want to say, just good rapport. They're just easy to work with, and I enjoy working with them.
So, but what is it? There's always something that just really just keeps you going. What is it in the process, or the job itself, or being on the cutting edge of issues? What is it that just keeps driving you like this?
I think it's a variety of different jobs. I do the budgets in the office. I do the videotapes. I put those online. I put the agendas online. This is our ordinance view program that we have. I don't know, a lot of people don't know about that ordinance view, but everything is attached, the video, the agenda. They can go there to watch the meeting and see all the ordinances. I enjoy doing that. It's just interesting, the different legislation that comes down from we don't know, from week to week what's coming down, because it could be sponsored by a council member, it could be sponsored by the administration. And that's very interesting, just to stay up with the laws and the changes that the council wants to make.
By you getting started, excuse me, at such a young age, how do you, well, one of the things that we want to do with these interviews and the forum itself is to make it appetizing for young people. Do you feel it's really necessary, or do you think a young person can pick up on what's going on politically, or get their appetite whet at that high school age?
Oh, I definitely think so. In fact, some meetings, I don't know how many years ago, but we actually went out to some of the schools. We had council meetings at the school. We did it at Southside and at Snyder. We actually picked up and we had the meeting, and it was very interesting to do that, trying to get kids more aware of what happens at the meetings. But now everything's televised, where then it wasn't. But that was very interesting when we did that.
So, but right now, in the primaries, people don't, the numbers are low, and I don't want to say the interest has dropped off in the political elections, but what does it take, or why have people become disinterested, or the apathy set in and they just sit back and they'll criticize you.
Right. Yeah, they need to be interested. They need to get out there and vote and voice their opinion and get the right candidate in there that they choose. There's so many different candidates running this primary that they need to get out there and cast their vote and study up on the members that are running, because there's such a variety of people running. They need to pick out the best candidate. They need to study the issues.
But not just a candidate. As you're sitting there in the room there, during council, and you see people come up and address city council.
Right.
And some people, you can tell it's their first time there. They're so nervous and what have you.
Right.
Why do people need to come up and address city council is what I'm getting at, and don't worry about the fright because of whatever, you'll get over that, but why do the regular citizens need to come out and start speaking out more to council?
They need to voice their opinion and let council know how they feel. If there's an issue that's bothering them or they want addressed, and that's if they haven't responded by email maybe or by phone, it's one way to bring their attention to it. And it's a great way for people to come to council and address an issue if they want some kind of response.
Are there any changes that you want to see made, or any ways to improve the process that you've had a chance to see from being right there in the middle of it?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of changes in the clerk's office since I've been there, and it's all for the better. The technology, we've got the iPads now for council. Everything is accessible online. Only thing that we're working on right now, we're the official record keeper of all the ordinances and videotapes, that's passed by council. We have over 2,300 old VHS tapes that we are in the process of going to be digitizing those. So that's going to be exciting because storage space, so we're excited about getting all those digitized.
Going back how many years?
1981, I believe, is when those started. Before that, it was reel-to-reel tape, and we're going to address those later. But we're just excited about getting rid of, because they were the big 3/4 inch, and then they went to the VHS tapes. So we're excited about that.
So some of those will contain Cletus?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Right now, this pertains to the broader Fort Wayne. What I've noticed is Fort Wayne is going through a process right now of creating an identity for itself, because a lot of people you talk to or speak with say that Fort Wayne doesn't have an identity, and or they're very unclear as to what they see Fort Wayne as. I know you may not have much of an impact on that, but how do you address that? What is Fort Wayne's identity, the way that you see it, that can help those who are making decisions as to creating it can learn from your experiences?
Fort Wayne has a lot to offer, not only with the sports teams we have, the Parkview Field, the cost of living. It's just a great place to live, and the mayor has a great momentum going on things that are going to possibly change down the road here with the riverfront development. And once the Ash building gets up and going, our cost of living, our housing, I believe, is fairly low compared to other states.
But our last thing here, for people who don't know you, and when they come to the city council, you sit there quietly and you just make sure everything is going in an assistant's role. What do they know? What do they need to know about you so that they'll know that you are the person to be voted for?
That's a very good question. I believe I am the best candidate for clerk with my knowledge, experience, and dedication to the job. It's a challenge to be there. It's just it's been an honor to work with Sandy Kennedy all these years as a mentor. I know our office inside and out. I know every program we have in our office in regards to ordinances, the Violations Bureau. We have meter technology, the T2 program that does our meters, our collection. We take everything online now. We take payments by phone. So technology, we're there. The only thing that we are planning on maybe changing here down the road is we're looking at a web-based computer payments by your phone for the meters. With technology, I think that's the next step, the only other thing we can do. Otherwise, we have everything already, we're at the top. We've got iPads for council. And I've seen all these changes because, like I said, when I started there, we had one computer in the office. So everything is accessible online, the transparency's there, we're there to serve the citizens, whatever they want, we need to know to try to help the citizens of Fort Wayne.
So you're primarily the heart of this whole apparatus.
Yes, we are. Basically, I call us like the liaison. A lot of people don't know where to go, and they start with our office. And we try to direct them to the right department, and same with our parking officers. You know, we refer to them as the ambassadors downtown because they're doing their job. But a lot of people, they give directions, they tell them where to eat, you know, where can they stay. They're there downtown to serve the people as well, to help them accommodate their needs as well. And we've done surveys to some of the businesses downtown, and they need them because without them, if we took away the parking meters downtown, it would never work because you would have the same people that work downtown stay there all day. So we would always have to have our meters downtown for controlled parking.
You know, I was just thinking here, you know, you've been involved in this apparatus for so long there, and then when the clerk's position, you'll be there for a few years, and still you'll be a young woman. Do you have any ambitions of becoming mayor?
Oh, I've never thought of that. No,
I mean, it makes sense because you know everything. You know everybody, and you know how the whole thing works.
Oh, I don't know, Eric. I've never thought about that, but I enjoy being in the clerk's office. I enjoy working. We work with so many city departments in our job. It's just I enjoy it. I get along well with all the council members, like I said, and it's just enjoyment being there. It doesn't really seem like a job to. I mean, I shouldn't say not a job, but work. I just enjoy going there every day and dealing with whatever comes up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
good
you,
luck with
Eric.
the candidacy.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.